fitness was in absolute great shape. What I didn't know a lot about was patrolling, and that showed up a little bit on the jungle phase. So I came back on the following selection, which was so I did 2 of 88 and 1 of 89. I was successful on 1 of 89 and went to B Squadron. Quite nice at the time.
How does that work? Like, do you automatically get selected, or do you get a choice?
Whatever they need. It just so happened that when I passed, it was, where do you want to go, boys? Mm-hmm. And not only did we get to pick the squadron, we also got to pick the troop. And I went boat troop. Mm-hmm. Always fancied being an attack swimmer, a frogman. And that was that.
Reputation of B Squadron at the time when you joined?
The friendly squadron, really.
Right.
A Squadron was deemed to be a little bit, they used to talk about the 1,000-yard stare, mm-hmm. and how long it took you to become accepted in A Squadron. D Squadron was another friendly squadron, and the way the cycles worked with the training, B and D would tend to work quite a lot together, yeah. And A and G would work together if you were going to work at all.
And what was the reputation of G?
Well, G were guards,
yeah.
And if you're not a guardsman, you're very suspicious of a guardsman. Mm-hmm. You know, for so many of the reasons, the public duties and this, that, and the other. It's a traditional thing rather than an anecdotal thing. You know, it's not based necessarily on anything I saw, but it was just, you know. And B Squadron was the one for me. Also, my DS in the jungle was B Squadron. Right. And we seemed to get on pretty well. Yeah. And he later turned out to be the patrol commander of Bravo 30.
Your arrival at Boat Troop, was Boat Troop everything that you hoped it would be?
It was, you know, Boat Troop back in the day when Boat Troop owned diving, they owned boats. They were, you know, it was the hardest working troop bar none. And, you know, you'd have had to do it. You know, Boat Troop had their dive equipment, they had their boat equipment, they had the engines, they had the spare engines, they had their infantry gear, they had the soldiering gear, you know. And I know, you know, I know mobility work hard and stuff, but they've got wagons that carry kit round. You know, we didn't have wagons that carry kit round. It's also, it's a scary environment on a boat in the ocean at night. If you parachute a boat in and you're getting met by a submarine, you know, and you've got to get the boat, you've got to parachute the boat out the back of the Herc, you've got to get the boat assembled, you get the engine on, and you're doing that in rough weather, and then you've got an RV with a submarine. Yeah, it's scary, and it's all in the dark. And you know, I think Boat Troop earn their money more than the other troops.
Do you get a lot of sort of former Marines, or is that a myth?
In my day, tended not to. Right. No, there were some, but the Marine route was the SB in those days. Yeah. I think it's more likely that there's more Marines now do SAS. But again, Marines had totally their own selection in those days. Nowadays, you've got UKSF selection, which involves a massive overlap of the hills and the jungle and the E&E phase and the combat survival and things like that.
Awesome.
Royal Navy Divers Log, taught by the Royal Navy.
I've seen something. The logs from...
Yeah, that's a diver's log, basically.